Success stories. Success stories. I welcome you specially to another episode of our Success Stories. I am Edet Otu, your usual host. This week I'll be presenting to you episode 3 of our Success Stories podcast, which is also episode 6 of the entire Success Stories series. Success Stories podcast is aimed at awakening people around the world to their dreams through inspiring stories of incredible people who reach little or great milestones after many challenges. We hope that you learn and stay inspired by our stories. If you like any of our episodes, please like it, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can also send your constructive comments to successandstories@gmail.com so that we can improve upon what we are doing. You can also share your personal stories or that of others with us, and we can use it to inspire the whole world. We'll be happy to inspire others with your stories. If you are interested in our business network, send us an email. Still email us to successandstories@gmail.com. If you wish to advertise your product on our future podcast, please send your request to successandstories@gmail.com. Happy listening to Success Stories. Welcome back to Success Stories episode 3. Our guest, Dr. Martins from Abuja, Nigeria. Dr. Martins' story of incredible resilience is featured today. Another guest in the house is Mr. Kaiso Danhyels from Abuja, Nigeria. Mr. Kaiso is interested in human capital development. Both should be connected to the podcast via telephone call. Dr. Martin was admitted to the University of Calabar Medical School after a long waiting time at home. Because of his poor background, he sold his family house, his family property, that's the landed property belonging to his family, to keep up with medical school expenses. He was asked to change course at the end of the second year, which means that he was sent out of the medical school. The next year, he reapplied to the same medical school and was rejected. He tried another university the next year and he was accepted. Within that time, he had not enough to fund himself, but luckily for him, he won a scholarship, which also helped him when all financial hopes were lost. He was also supported by family and friends during that time because it was a difficult time for him. Despite the challenges, he didn't give up his dream of becoming a medical doctor. He kept trying and waiting and following up all the challenges, waiting despite all the challenges. At the end, he backed a medical degree from the University of Abuja, Nigeria. So Dr. Martin's story is a truly inspiring story, and he's here in the house with us to tell us how it happened, what were his challenges, so that whoever is out there that may be in this same situation can learn from Dr. Martins. So we welcome Dr. Abel Martins to the house to tell us the story, and we are very happy. Dr. Abel Martins, I want to thank you so much for accepting to join today's podcast. I'm very much inspired by your story. When we produced the story for the first time, a lot of people said they were also inspired to finish whatever they started. Everyone that heard the story was really keen to hear from you, to know how you did it and what were your challenges. So that's why we decided to create another podcast or a new episode so we can hear from you and learn from you. So the first question here, Dr. Martins, is why did you want to become a medical doctor?
Okay, I want to start by saying that I think the privilege to appear on this platform. What really attracted me to the profession was the calmness and the proficiency that medical doctors, especially the ones I was close to, had. I think they were my role model, and I fell in love with the profession because I wanted to be like them, I wanted to be calm, I wanted to be very smart like them, and I fell in love with the profession.
All right, thank you very much for that. So, how long did it take you to gain admission? That from the time you finished secondary school to the very first admission you got into the University of Calabar. So, how long did it take?
3 years. 3 years.
You were 3 years, actually 3 years at home, from the time you graduated from secondary school.
Yes. 3 years.
Okay. Tell us, how was it at the University of Calabar? How many years did you spend there before you did say, you told us in your story that you spent a few years before you were asked to change course. So how many years did you spend in the University of Calabar?
2 years.
2 years in the University of Calabar before you were asked to change course. So did you actually sell your family property? So tell us about that. What actually happened? Did you have to sell your family property to stay in school? Could you have anything to say about that?
Yes. I actually did that. Why I did that was great, some fun, pay my year one, the school fees. So the finances were low. So I did not have much option than to just delve into selling some of those properties to raise some funds to pay the fees. Yeah.
So thank you very much. So you actually sold the property as we heard. So how did you feel when after selling the property to stay in school and about the same time you were asked to change course? What was the feeling like? And how did you feel through that time? What was it like?
Because I can't describe that feeling because it was so bad as in you know what it feels like, that you've left your family members, your friends, and even yourself down. Then the guilt hanging over your neck was there.
Yeah.
And then you try to critically evaluate what went wrong and the actions you have on the table.
Yeah.
So it was something which I'm so painful. I had to stop with it.
So how do you keep on with that time without losing your mind? You didn't fall sick, nothing happened, and you kept your head above the water. And so how did you keep yourself at that time? Despite the problem, you were disappointed, you felt that you disappointed your family, your friends, and everyone around you. So how did you stay motivated?
Okay, what I was then, I had a friend that was always like telling me, you can do it, just follow your dreams. And then there is one thing I like doing. I really love sentimental job of what I want. So now I have this kind of a video on my head. As in, I want to be a doctor, attend like pictures of myself, better, picking my patients. So these pictures kept staring at my face. And they were full of fantasy, right? So I was just obsessed with that. And since I was obsessed, at that point, I felt that nothing went faster from being a medical doctor except I achieved something that is identical to what I had in my head. So those pictures I painted, those things really kept me on my toes. And I needed something that was in consonance, something that was identical to what I had in my head.
Yeah.
Only thing putting that step was to go back. Was to start all over.
So thank you very much. And you didn't want to turn back. So see, a lot of times when people try one thing, they tried many times, it doesn't work, they change direction, they change into something else. I've seen a lot of students who wanted to become doctors, and maybe they couldn't make it, maybe because they failed, not just in medical career, maybe they wanted to become lawyers, they wanted to become engineers and other professions that they wanted to enter into. But maybe because there was no admission, maybe because there was no money, maybe because they failed many times, they turned their back on their dreams, or their career. And so the question now is that, why didn't you move on to something else, even when you were sent out of the course? Why didn't you choose something else when you were given option to pick something else? Why didn't you choose something else? Why did you still say it has to be a medical degree?
Yeah, what really kept me was that, as I said earlier, I was so obsessed. I was so obsessed with the thoughts and with the ideas of achieving my dream. So, with that level of obsession, but nothing really appealed a doctor.
Yeah.
So I thought it was just my dream. I was so focused on it. In short, to put it this way, for adventure, I died. I believe that my shadows will still want.
Your shadows will still want to become a doctor. Thank you very much. So, you mean for us to achieve our dreams, we have to reach that level of obsession? Is that what you're saying, telling us?
Yeah. I was so focused on it.
Okay. So, Dr. Martins, thanks for dialing into today's podcast. We are so happy to have you, and I know that a lot of people will be inspired by your story. So, what would you tell anyone out there who may be in your situation? There are a lot of young people out there, some feeling hopeless, some of them feeling tired. What is that life message that you can give to them now that you think will be enough to pick them from the very dust or very location they are to the peak that they're supposed to be?
Okay, I will take this thing that inspires me a lot. That is the man after he knows where he's going. That death, sickness, and even Satan stays with him. So I feel the first thing is that we should act as if we knew where we are going. We should be focused. We should stick on our focus and start our distraction. I believe that with that we can achieve anything we want to. We just have to keep on looking at that picture, keep staring at it. With that, I'm not sure. Unconsciously or subconsciously, it's kind of like you will like generate enough image to tell the story. So I believe we should always be focused and act as if we knew where we were going to. With that, we can achieve anything we want to.
Thank you very much. So what I would take from that, your sentence, all that you said there is that if you act as if you know where you are going, even death, sickness, or circumstances will pave way for you. That is the central message I'm getting from you today. Thank you very much for dialing in today. We really appreciate your contribution. We hope to hear from you again, and we wish you all the best in your medical journey. We know that you have a lot ahead, and we trust that the Almighty God will help you through. Thank you very much. God bless you. Have a lovely time.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kaiso Danhyels, for dialing into our podcast today. As we mentioned before, Mr. Kaiso Danhyels is interested in human capital development and is based in Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory of Nigeria. So, Mr. Kaiso Danhyels, so what can you say about Dr. Martins' story?
Okay, thank you so very much for having me. I want to let you know it's actually a pleasure to be a part of what you are doing here. Kudos to you. About Dr. Martins' story, I think for me it's just one word, and that one word is wow. I mean, going through the story, listening to the story, and seeing the remarkable things that happened through going through school. I think just wow, it's amazing what an individual can achieve when they put their mind to something that they want to do. I think it's a remarkable story. It's one worthy of emulation.
Why do you think people give up on their dreams? You see, a lot of times out there, you see people start something, they leave it halfway. And a lot of people out there in the society, we see get dreams in the street. People in their 60s or 70s are saying, I wish I did this, I wish I started this. And in the end, they are all regretting their old age. So why do people give up on their dreams?
I would say if people give up on their dreams for any number of reasons. And as I look at it, of course, making reference to Dr. Martins' story, it could be any number of reasons which I think could be kind of broadly categorized into either intrinsic or extrinsic reasons. For instance, if you look at the story, you see that due to his financial background, right, he wasn't able to carry on, and so at some point was rusticated on that account. Or as I think about it also, another intrinsic reason could be a lack of capacity. And what do I mean by lack of capacity? I would like to look at that in terms of developing the right attitude or character, or the level of personal development, right? Having the kind of the sense of vision, or sense of commitment, or perseverance to identify a goal and pursue it till its actualization. Okay, so that's as far as the intrinsic reasons why people may not realize their dreams. But what about extrinsic reasons? Or could be anything related to maybe politics or general economic atmosphere, or maybe even institutional limitations that they were. So, generally from our perspective, I think, the reasons that we do not realize their dreams could either be intrinsic, which is directly tied to their lack of capacity, or limitations which are extrinsic, which come from the environment, which are external to them, or to the individual themselves.
Yeah. So you think that there's so many factors that contribute to giving up of dreams and abandoning purposes and pursuits in life, and so generally, how can one stay committed to his dream despite all this in extrinsic and intrinsic or whatever reason there may be coming our way? Because we do know that this is life that we just have to live. If things don't work the way they are planned, the politicians don't care about what other people are facing, the economy is not favorable. Think of all over the world, economic crisis, joblessness and issues coming along, but we still have our dreams to fulfill. How can we push all these things aside and still stay focused like this Dr. Martins did? Or maybe are there other strategies or the skills that we need? What are those things that you can give to tell us?
All right, so basically, you see, Dr. Martins was able to achieve the things, to achieve that goal which he set out to achieve, primarily because of grit. Grit, that is J.R.G. But then, as I have tried to explore this concept of grit, I have realized that what comprises grit are actually the concepts of passion, one, and also perseverance. That is, passion and perseverance. Those are the two primary concepts that underlie grit. So, I'm trying to think about it, and I'm able to break this down to, now, to try to answer your question, I'm able to break this down to 4 things that any individual, like as far as creating a strategy towards achieving their dreams is concerned, 4 things that every individual who wants to achieve their dreams should do. So, what are these 4 things? First is this. As far as it relates to passion, or what you might want to call purpose, you need to first of all identify what it is you want. Now, look at that guy's story. He knew he wanted to be a medical doctor. So he had that goal in mind. But in spite of that goal, as he was striving to achieve that goal, he found out that he made effort here and there, and he didn't think to work hard. He had obstacles in his way and all of that. But what he knew is that there was no point at which he changed his mind from that which he wanted to do. So fundamentally, right, you must always identify what it is you truly want. What is your purpose? What is that primary thing that you really want to achieve? So nail it down. Number 1, know what you want. Number 2, you must also try to find out what it is that is required to get that thing that you want. So, you see this guy, the reason why he was able to persevere was because he discovered what it was that was required for him to achieve or to get that thing which he wanted. And so you see that he kept making effort, he kept making attempts, he kept doing things to ensure that, as far as requirements are concerned, that he satisfies those requirements. Right. So, building on to that second point is, it is not just enough to find out what is required to achieve what you want to achieve. You must actually then take action to ensure that those things that are the required steps to achieve what you want to achieve are actually put into effect. So you need to take action. What I'm saying is, first of all, know what you want. Second of all, find out what is required. And third of all, apply what you have discovered. You need to do application. You need to apply what you have discovered as in the requirements or achieving. And finally, you must keep pushing until you achieve that which you have set out to achieve, which is exactly what Dr. Martins did. Dr. Martins, in part of the obstacles and issues he found along the way, pushed us until he realized his dream. So, in a nutshell, 1, know what you want. 2, find out what is required to achieve it. 3, apply action. Take action on that which you should do to get what you want to do. And finally, keep at it, persevere at it until you achieve your dreams.
Thank you very much. So you did talk about grit there, knowing what you want and staying gritty and making sure that you learn from what you're going through, gain from the experience, apply the experience, stay focused, and then get on. So thank you very much. So could be your last advice for anyone out there who may be stuck in the situation that Dr. Martins was a few years ago?
I just want to encourage them in saying that you've seen an example right before you. You've seen the example, you've seen what happens when people persevere and push through their dreams and their manifestations. I just want to tell somebody out there, come on, you don't give up on your dreams because you've seen an example. Right, so just as it happens, whatever is possible for one person is also possible for you. So you too can achieve your dream.
Yes. Thank you very much for dialing in today to be a part of our podcast. We really, really appreciate your contribution. We're very happy to hear from you, and we hope that some other time, if opportunity comes, you also be very happy to share in our podcast. So I don't know how can we reach you? Should anybody want to invite you for any human capital development event, how can they contact you?
All right. You could reach me through my mobile line, right? So my mobile line is 0703 264 3540. That's of course attaching the our local Nigerian code, of course, which is +234. So that's 0703 264 3540. You can also reach me on Twitter, which I'm very much active. My handle on Twitter is @Danhyels. That is @DAHNYELS. That is @DAHNYELS. That's @Danhyels. I'm also on Facebook. You can find me at Kaiso Danhyels. Also Instagram, you can find me at Kaiso Danhyels on Instagram. So there you have it, all my handles, and of course on my phone number, which also doubles as my WhatsApp contact. So you can do me a WhatsApp text or however, will reach me through which any of these media is easier to use.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kaiso Danhyels. We really appreciate your contribution.
All right, thank you so very much. An absolute pleasure to be a part of it, and I'd like to keep this up decided.
So we're back again. Thank you for staying with us as we continue. So we will look at a few inspirational words from great men and women out there. So the first one we'll say here says, whatever it takes to finish things, finish. You will learn more from glorious failure than you ever will from something you never finish. Neil Gaiman. God will not bring you through a Red Sea and turn around and allow you to perish in a fish pond. Johnny Dent Jr. Which simply that means that God has brought you through bigger situations, and so He's able to take you through. At least we won the race of that many millions of stem cells that they struggle to survive, and we won it. We can also win every other race in life. The next one is that beginning in itself has no value. It is in an end which makes beginning meaningful. We must end what we begun. Amit Kalandri. We must end what we begun. The secret is not following the right path. It's following the right path to the end. Don't quit, my friend, until you have arrived. I know it's not easy, but it is still possible for us to follow the lines to the end. So today's episode, I'll be closing it with a poem by Rachel Howell. And here is a poem. It says, never give up when the way is dark and the cloud hangs low and grey. That is a time when you need the Lord to be your strength and stay. Never give up when things are weary and your hopes with wings take flight. They said it is darkest before the dawn. So pray till the morn brings light. Never give up when troubles descend, leaving you crushed and forlorn. Remember, Jesus carried the cross and suffered the spear and the thorn. So look to Jesus for all you need. Although the night may be long, He will take your burden. He will heal your soul and fill your heart with song. Thanks to Rachel Howell for that beautiful piece of which she posted on Pinterest. So we have seen here that despite everything, no matter how much we plan, we will never be able to plan enough to avoid all the problems of life. Problems will meet us anyway, anytime. Even the best of inventions who face the test of troubles of life. So it only takes a determined mind to stay true everything, all to the dream, all to the pursuit to the end. So I encourage you here today, like Dr. Martins, as you have heard from him, stay committed, stay put, remember what you want, have a clear picture of your life, and then go out and follow it up even to the end, and don't turn back on your dream. So I thank you very much for being a part of our presentation today. Thank you for listening to us. Many thanks to our guests who featured in this episode. Thanks to Dr. Abel Martins and thanks to Mr. Kaiso Danhyels. We hope that everyone enjoyed today's episode. If you like this episode, please like it on YouTube or all social media, and then subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on all social media, and then is Success Stories, and look for us and then like us. So check us on Facebook, check us on Instagram and Twitter, follow and share it with other people so they can be motivated as well. You can also send your constructive comments to successandstories@gmail.com. So we like to improve on what we are doing. Send your comments so that we can use your comments to improve our presentations. So you can share our stories with your friends and family members. We'll be happy that you use your story to inspire other people. So if you'd like to share your story, please do so by writing us. We'll be happy to give you the opportunity to share your story. If you would like to advertise your business in any of our podcasts, please send an email to successandstories@gmail.com. So we'll see you in the next episode. We wish you a lovely time as you pursue your dream. Remember, never give up. Stay committed to your dream, stay creative, and stay happy. God bless you. I am Edet Otu. See you in the next episode.